So I just want to say, I want to do a shout out to God's daughters and whoever comes up on my newsfeed, really. But um, it's just amazing that I see five five girls that are um, five girls that are have a special purpose. Girls that have a special purpose and that um, their purpose is like it's like this. When you belong to God, there is when you belong to God, there is when sons and daughters belong to God, when sons and daughters belong to God, there's nothing greater and there's nothing good enough in this world for that. Okay, especially in these days. In these days, um, just speaking as far as the system, and the system is a trap as to get people to get to submit you under somebody above you through wickedness. Okay, so everyone's in a trap, even if you're a billionaire. Even if you're a billionaire, the whole world's in a trap, and that's not God's plan. That's not God's will for His people. Okay, and it's God's will for us to be free. It's God's will for His children, His sons and daughters, to be free birds, not to be ensnared and put in a cage or be controlled and turned into robots. I'm not saying they're robots. I'm just talking about other people around me. People around me act like robots, and but anyways, um, I want to look at some. Let's see where actually what are my pictures? And so, me myself as a five-star minister, general of the Lord's armies, not boasting or bragging, but just sharing what I now know. Um, I'm sharing what I now know, and and like I was saying, are these girls are um, as the whole generation. Okay, as the whole generation, but I want to just keep the picture still. Um, but I gotta keep going. And so, nothing's good enough for God's people. Nothing here on the earth is good enough. Everything that we're created for is for kingdom business. We're made to live forever. We're going to paradise. We're going to the Garden of Eden. Um, and thankfully, let me show you some. I want to show you guys something. Okay, so I'm on this website and it has some ancestry information. Okay, so the world can understand what God is doing and what God is doing. Okay, never mind anybody else, but what God is doing. I said I said never mind everybody else. Let's focus our attention in plain English, please. In plain English, what God is doing and what God did, and for a reason. Okay. Okay. So, from Armenia, Kardashian from Armenia sent over here to America. Well, not them personally, but their ancestors to be saved, not to be saved. Okay, I don't want to associate. Um, I don't want to associate with. I can't. I gotta keep this. I gotta speak holy. I associate them with holiness. I don't associate them with evil. I don't associate Kardashian Jenners with evil. I associate them with God and God's prophetic plan. Keeping Up with the Kardashians circa 1900, how Kim's ancestors and Kim, Chloe, Courtney, and Kendall, Kylie, I guess whoever side it is, the mom or the dad side. Nevertheless, nevertheless, they're all part of the family. Heeded a prophet's warning of looming slaughter to escape the rural Armenia for the new life in the U.S. And during the time, was it early 1900s with the was it World War One and the genocide? 1915 is somewhere around there, and Kim Kardashian's ancestors escaped before Armenian genocide of 1915. A prophet told them and warned them of terrible times. The war was coming, and both did. More than 1 million eventually died and got slaughtered in the invasion that followed. But Kim's great great grandfather, Seg Hatil and Kardashian, heeded the prophecy. Wow. And it says, but Kim's great grandfather, Shah Hatel Kardashian, heeded the prophecy. So did Yehovah Hananetz, Mararoe on, or Miroe on, and on the other side of her incredible family tree. 100 years after the atrocity, their distant relatives became TV stars after ancestor left for the U.S. and became a garbage truck driver. And okay, we don't need that. Kim now playing a vision. Okay, we don't need that. I hope there's not too many ads on here, but okay. So I just want to look at this real quick. Okay, and ask ourselves. It says Mail Online has unearthed a treasure trove of images showing the reality TV stars' ethnic Armenian forebears who fled the Tsarist Russian Empire in the early 20th century, many of whom obeyed the advice of the sage, and known at the time as Kardashovs, Kardash, okay, in Russian style. And the family made their way from their home village of Karakel into the late 19th century to German ports. From there, they traveled to new life in America and passenger vessels SS Brandenburg and SS Combe. And by doing so, they escaped the triple horror of the First World War in 1914 to 1918. And the Armenian genocide started in 1915, exactly a century ago, and this year, and the Russian Revolution in 1917. Okay, and so this is the point. And so, by a prophet, God sent to the family, and they end up giving birth to descendants here, and the Kardashian Jenners, as to do what? Just to be trapped in the beast? I don't think so. Right? Okay. And not to be trapped in the beast, not to be trapped in the police state of the Nazi boots. God did not send them here to perish and with the beast of the mob and Nazi boots. And God didn't send them here to do that. Okay? And so it just so happens that in the time that they're here, that the beast is here. Okay? And so God sent them another prophet to save them from the beast. Okay, so that's what is amazing to me. The milk drinkers, I love milk. I love milk. I'm a milk drinker myself. And the Malaccan faith. milk drinkers. I'm definitely a milk drinker. I can drink ice cold milk anytime. Um, I don't know if they drink milk, but yeah. So God did not send him to America to be overtaken by Nazis or by Satanists. God sent them here to get saved so that they can go into heaven with their ancestors. Okay, so when somebody is trying to lead them the wrong way, that's just bringing judgment on themselves. As to any Christian, as any son and daughter of God, and when somebody comes around to lead them to witchcraft and to Satan and to the mark of the beast, or those people are not leaders. Okay, those people who push people into Satanism, and people they push boys and girls into Satanism, those aren't leaders. Those are trappers. As we did yesterday, we're free from the trap. Okay, these are free birds, free from the trap. Okay, so let's look at this verse. Okay, let's look at this verse we did yesterday. Okay, and so that's the point. The point is God didn't send them here or to have them be born in America to not save them. That doesn't go with the story. God saved them so he could save them. You see? Okay. And so is it this one? Yeah, this one. In Psalm 124 verse 6, 7 and 8, verse 6, 7 and 8. And it says, "We bless the Lord Yahweh Shuro HaKodesh Eloheinu because he will not hand our souls over to the enemies." The witches and Satanists are the enemies, okay? The police state, they're the enemies. Antichrist, fake Jesus, those are the enemies. The beast horns or the sirens, those are crybabies. Those are enemies. They want to drag us to hell with them. Those aren't God's people. The police department are not God's people. Those are the enemies. Okay? They're the ones who are telling people not to go to heaven. They want everyone to stay here. They want everyone. They want to trap your souls. They're the fowlers. Those are the fowlers. Those are the trappers. Those who ensnare the people. And Job says they're forbidden from ruling over my people. Trappers and fowlers, those who ensnare my people, are forbidden from being kings. In Job, remember we did that? Okay, let's go look at it. Okay. And that's Job 34. And these fake Adams claiming to be Adam, and I'm one Adam 12. I am one Adam 12. I'm the 12th grandson. I'm the little boy blue. I'm the red and blue. The blood in Jesus, the waters of life. I have the blood and waters. I'm the red and blue. I'm the one Adam 12. I'm the 12th grandson. I'm the youngest son of Jesse. And I'm just telling you what I know now. I never knew this before. So I'm not into glorifying myself. I'm just into sharing what I now realize, what God showed me. And so as it says here, that from ruling is the hypocrite man or the fake Adams. Mimelok Adam Hanef, a fake Adam, a fake man, a fake Adam, a wannabe Adam. Mimax kese am, those who ensnare the people, those who trap the people. Okay, those who trap the people, they're not allowed to rule. Okay, so what does it mean to be trapped? It means that they're gonna beat you, drive you crazy, you're gonna become some violent gangster, and then they're gonna arrest you and tell you you're a piece of crap. That's a trapper. Somebody who claims to be your friend leads you on to doing crimes, and then they get you arrested on purpose because they're working for the police department. That's a trapper. Someone who leads you into witchcraft, occultism, and not to God or church, that's a trapper. Okay, so all the people getting you arrested, all the people that are beating you, and all those who are leading you to witchcraft and Satanism, Those are trappers. Okay, so those people are mimelok. They cannot rule. They're forbidden. Okay. Um. Okay. So that's not God's plan. We bless the Lord Yahweh Yeshua Hakodesh Eloheinu because He will not hand our souls over to the enemies to be devoured by the gnashing of teeth in hell. In other words, we are not destined for the gnashing of teeth in hell. Okay, our souls are as the birds, having been freed from the traps of the fowlers, and their snare is now broken, so we shall escape into the heavens. We're free to go because He sent our helper in His name, Yehovah Shodo Hakodesh Eloheinu, and He made for us the new heavens and new earths. Okay, so God can send you the helper. Okay, so you already know who that is. That's a person with the Holy Spirit. Okay, myself, Adam Azad. Okay, so I work for Yehovah Shodo Hakodesh Eloheinu. There's no other Yeshua. Okay, they're going to hell. Anybody claiming to be Yeshua, if it's my dad, whoever's playing with letters, they're going to burn in hell. They're um they're not Jesus, and I'm not talking about them. So they that's their choice. They already sold their soul. Their job is to create confusion all across the board. Are confusers. Okay, and this is the only place you're going to get any true gospel. Okay, all across the board is a bunch of liars. Okay, and here you get the true gospel. Um, so it says here that we are free birds. The trap is broken. The snare is broken. We're free to escape to the heavens. Okay, all right. So those who those who don't like that, that's clearly of Satan. God did not allow them to be birthed here in the land of America to be and to be trapped and snared, and but to be set free. This is a free bird. Okay. This is a free bird. Okay. All right. This is a free bird and free from the trap. Okay, so God did His work. So yeah, I do believe the prophet sent them. I do believe that story. Okay, because God sent them another prophet, myself. And where were they at? Where were they at? They're at the top of the Satan's pyramid with everyone else in the world, and no, not accusation, but you know, as the world is in the beast, they were stuck in the beast, and God set them free. God sent them a prophet, and God set them free, and now they're holy, righteous, and now they're holy and righteous, and this is the plan of God. The plan of God is to set them free, and so when people when the beast hears about this, and when they don't like it, why is that? Why what makes the beast angry about Kardashian Jenners and any other rich person or celebrity being set free? Let's just ask ourselves this question. Why? For one, it's probably against the oath, but there's no more oath. There's no more oath. It's destroyed. The beast is no more. Okay. There's no more oath. The beast is destroyed. Okay. Quiet. Okay. But what really bothers them? What really bothers the beast about this salvation? Okay, it's like this. This is what these guys are like. I made you famous. This is what they think. Okay, first of all, the money comes from somewhere. Okay, it's not like they printed the money themselves. It's not like they work for the Federal Reserve. It's not like they work for the corporation. It's like it's some kind of it's a witchcraft occultism. It's some kind of spiritual occultism, okay, and mobbing. It has to do with the mobbing and stalking people, and being good at. They're good at getting them into your mind. They're good at getting in your head. They're good at pissing people off. They're good at scaring people. They're good. The mob is good at doing these things, and they use gas. They'll use voodoo powder in the air. They'll use all kinds of witchcraft to get people to do what they want. Okay, so that's not of God. Anybody who's into voodoo powder, blowing it out their mouth, okay, when they're blowing it out their mouth in your face, when they're talking to you, it's on their hair, it's on their head, they're shaking their head in front of you, and they're walking in front of you on purpose to leave a trail of voodoo in your face, and all, or they cover their car in voodoo and they drive around you, and they mob you with all their friends or strangers, and they that is satanic occultism. Okay, satanic occultism. That's not any Christian entity. That's not a Christian entity. That is antichrist and satanic occultism. Stalking people. That's like Christian Scientology. I don't want to say Christian, but that's what they call it. That's a blasphemy. You can't put the word Christian with Scientology. And when they're into stalking people, harassing people, and they're into robbing people of their money and their finances, and but nevertheless, it's something like that, and it just ties into all kinds of voodoo witches everywhere, witches who think they're real good witches, and all they do is throw voodoo, all they do is voodoo witchcraft, and stalk you, okay, and mess with your stuff, okay, and so what is God's plan? God's plan, and so God's plan is to save. What's the name of God? Okay, let's go look at the name of God, okay? Let's go, oh, I don't see any more pictures here. And let's go look at the name of God, okay? What's this? Oh, dang. Cute. Wow, okay, so, what is God's plan? What is God's plan? What is God's plan for this? You see? What is God's plan for this? It's very easy. This is a very easy question. Easy answer. What is God's plan for this Harmenia? What is God, and for all of Harmenia, all of Africa, all of Mayan Asha, all of Israel, all of Araba, all of ancient America? What is God's plan for this? We're gonna go get it. We're gonna go get it real quick. Let's go get it. Come on. What is God's plan for this? Okay. Deposit. Let's type in the Lord's name. Okay. Let's type in the Lord's name. And let's go to hold on, this is a Goy Conking. Do a shout out. I guess I'll still do a shout out. Elohim Moshiach. Elohim Moshiach. Elohim Moshiach. God, Savior. What does He do? He saves. Oh, let's see if they're dead. Okay, so what does Moshiach mean? In Elohim Moshiach, He saves. What does He save us from? What does God save us from? Okay. He saves us from our sins. He saves us from sin, death, hell, and shame. Right? The work of salvation. Okay. In verse. Okay, so let's read this one. And shall come to an end the wicked, and all those wicked ones, but he establishes forever. He set up in the heavens the righteous. He tested the hearts and minds. Okay, God tested the hearts of mind of everybody, and Elohim knows the righteous. Okay, so it comes to an end the wicked. What is it? What is wicked? Witches, warlocks, mobsters, stalking Christians, targeting Christian families, trying to recruit us into the mob, trying to get us to sell our souls to the police department. That comes to an end. All that wickedness stops. But God has established and set up in the heavens the righteous ones forever. He has tested the hearts and minds of the people. Elohim, God knows who's righteous. Okay. So, Elohim is Moshiach. He's our shield. He's our defense. Elohim is Magen. Elohim, we're in God. We're shielded by God. This is what I did. I put everyone in God. Okay? I put every one of God's people in this generation. I put us in God. We're shielded and defended in God forever. He's coming to save the Yashad Yeshrei Leb, the upright in heart of those hearts who are to God. Okay, for those hearts who are not to God, they're going somewhere else. So when you look at an arrow, when you look at someone's heart, it's going to be a compass. Okay, so when you look at someone's heart, it's going to be a compass, and the heart is pointing somewhere. Okay, and the heart is pointing somewhere, and okay, so and when you look at the heart of man, and this is how God sees, this is how heaven could see us. We're surrounded by a cloud of witnesses. Okay, heaven sees the aura. We could see the auras of people. We could see the hearts of people and see where it's pointing to. Okay, the heart is like a compass and it points somewhere. And for the Yishrei Leb Yishrei Yashad Moshiach Elohim, our hearts of the righteous, upright Sadakim, and Kadashim Sadakim Yishrei Leb Lebeinu Le Elohim Moshiach Elohim. And our hearts of the holy righteous ones is pointing to God. Okay. Our hearts are pointing to God in the north, as it should be. A compass points north. So when their compass don't work and it points somewhere else, that's a Nephilim. It's a defect. Okay. So there. Okay, so let me pull this. I gotta.